Hi everyone, we are back with 10 quick questions on the go. Please take advantage of our format, which allows you to progress through the questions at a pace suited to your students' needs. Let's begin. Question 1. Rewrite the sentence with the correct punctuation and spelling. The father's team was losing the tug of war against the kids at the school fight. Right, let's have a look at how that should look. Okay, we've got some corrections there. Capital T for the, fathers, F-A-T-H-E-R-S apostrophe team. In other words, you can turn that around to see where the apostrophe goes by saying the team of the fathers. Well, we're talking about more than one father. It's not the team of the father, it's the team of the fathers. Now, if that noun has an S on the end of it, you just add the apostrophe. The father's team was losing. Cross out that 1 0, so it's L-O-S-I-N-G. The tug of war against is missing an I, A-G-A-I-N-S-T. The kids at the school is spelt incorrectly, S-C-H-O-O-L. Fate is also spelt incorrectly, it's F-E-T-E. And of course, the full stop. T at the beginning of a sentence, full stop at the end of a sentence. They are the sentence indicators. Let's move on. Right, the dictionary meaning for weather. Well, there's a couple of meanings. I've put two of the basic ones up here. Weather. The weather is a state of the atmosphere at a particular place and time as regards heat, cloudiness, dryness, sunshine, wind, rain, etc. What is the type of weather we get in Queensland in summer? We would say that that is hot. It's plenty of sunshine, but when it does rain, it's usually storms in the form of heavy rain, and sometimes it could be hail. Now you can use weather, as we see in the definition there, wear away or change the appearance or texture of something by long exposure to the atmosphere. In other words, the atmosphere could be heat, could be rain. You might have a car that looks a little bit weathered. That means the paint has gone powdery from the hot sun, from the rain. You might have an area of land that can be weathered. In other words, the rain comes down, washes out little gullies, and etc., etc. A rock can be weathered over many, many years as it breaks it down. Wear away or change the appearance or texture of something by long exposure to the atmosphere. That's question 2. Question 3. A suffix is a letter or group of letters placed after or at the end of a word to change its meaning. Which word would make sense if both suffixes, er and ful, were added? You can't have beautier, or you can have beautiful, but not beautier. You can have cleaner, but you can't have cleanful. The word is help. You can have, by adding the suffix er at the end, suffixes go at the end, you can have helper, and someone who is helpful to you, is full of help, is helpful. Question 4. There are 3 articles, the, and an. The is a definite article, e.g. give me the cup. You may be looking at a cup on a table. Give me the cup, or the cup that someone is holding. Come on, give me the cup. A is an indefinite article, e.g. give me a cup. Oh, come on, just give me a cup. Could be a lot of cups there. Give me a cup. An is the article to use before a vowel, e.g. an umbrella. You can't have a umbrella. It's very awkward. A umbrella is 2 vowels together, a and u. You can't have a apple. 2 vowels together. So you put the an in there. An umbrella, an apple. So write a sentence with 1 article. Here are some examples I have used. You can get your own I threw the water bomb at my son, or the water bomb I made, my particular water bomb that I was proud of making, because I like to make a giant water bomb. If I'm going to throw anything at my son, it's got to be big and wet. My son threw an egg back at me. He just collected the eggs from the chook pen, and he's walking along with an egg. We're on the farm. So my son threw an egg. See the vowels? A, you can't have a egg because you have the vowel A and the vowel E together. So we use an egg back at me. I ducked and it hit a girl who happened to be his sister, which means he's now in a lot of trouble. If anyone's been hit by an egg, they know that it's not very pleasant, especially if you hit your sister with it. I ducked and it hit a girl who happened to be his sister. A girl. Could be any girl, but in this case it happened to be his sister. Question 5. Rewrite the sentence in future tense. Best way to do that is to use the words yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So yesterday you use for past tense, today you use for present tense, and tomorrow you use for future tense. I have shortened this sentence to just I was going to play football to make it a little bit clearer for you. So we use yesterday for past tense. Yesterday I was going to play football. That's how the sentence is now. To change it in the future tense, we simply put tomorrow in front of it. We don't actually use that in a sentence, but this helps define what you'll say. Tomorrow I will be going to play football. So the sentence will be I will be going to play football. That's the future tense. Question 6. What time does the teacher's clock show right now? What will be the time 77 minutes from now? Write the time 3 hours before 5:30 a.m. on the clock face. That is early. That is very early. I know there's a 5:30 in the afternoon, which is PM, but I'm usually asleep at 5:30 in the morning, so I don't know much about that one. Anyway, here we go. There is what I have put up there as the time on my clock. It was 1:15. 15 minutes past 1. Now it asks, what will the time be 77 minutes from now? Well, if we look down here and you'll see 77 minutes. How are we going to go 77 minutes into the future? Well, we know 60 minutes in 1 hour. So if we take the 60 minutes, righto, it's 1:15. So in 1 hour's time, it will be 2:15. And what's 17 minutes from 2:15? Well, we go 15 minutes to 2:30. So that will be 2:30. And 2 more minutes will be 2:32. 32 minutes past 2. Or you could have 28 minutes to 3. Now the other one was, write the time 3 hours before 5:30 a.m. 3 hours before. So we take the 3 hours off the 5 hours, right? 5 hours and 30 minutes after 12 o'clock at night. 3 hours before that will be 2:30, and that's how it's shown in the clock, 2:30. Small hand on the 2, well, it should be past the 2, and 30 minutes is 2:30. Use decimals to write the numeral. 0 hundreds, well, that means nothing because there's none of them. So there's nothing in the hundreds column. 2 tens, 7 units, 4 tenths, and 9 hundredths. So we've got decimals here. We're going to need a decimal point. I've put those down there for you. As you can see, hundreds, tens, units. There's a decimal point. Then you've got tenths, hundredths. They are the houses. Hundreds, tens, units. Then you divide a unit into tenths. Then you divide a tenth into hundredths, and so on. Let's have a look where they go. Right, the 0 hundredths means nothing, so I'll put it in a little 0. You just don't use that at all. That's not to be, you don't see that. That's out. And what we have in red is 27.49. In other words, 2 tens, 7 units, 4 tenths, 9 hundredths. You must know your houses to be able to do that one. Question 8. Write all coordinates on the compass? Well, I'm just going to let my little program show you where they are. Let's fly them in. North, south, east, west, southeast, southwest, northwest, northeast. Question number 9. Which season is January? Well, January is actually in summer. December, January, and December, January and February, summer months. Which day does the 17th of January fall on? Well, there's the 17th there, and you can see of January, you look up to the day, and it's on Wednesday. So let's put those arrows in to define that. As you can see, there's January, the blue line. 17th, we look at the 17th on the calendar, and we look up at the top, and we can see that that is on a Wednesday. Complete this magic square so each row, column and diagonal adds to 387. Well, it's just a matter of we've got one diagonal there that we can work out the other remaining box from, and we can work then from there to get the rest of the numbers. Each column, row and diagonal adds to 387. Let's have a look at that. Let's fly them in too. And if you look, we go down the first list, 135 plus 125. Let's add up each column. In that first column, 7 and 5 are 12 plus 5 makes 17. That's a 7. 1 and 2 are 3, and 2 are 5, and 3 are 8. There's the 8, and 1, 2 and 3, 387. Diagonal from top box down to the box at the bottom on the right. 135 plus 129 plus 123. 3 and 9 are 12, 17. There's the 7. 3 and 2 are 5, and 3 are 8. There's the 8. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, you can check the rest of those, and that is it for today.
So that's the end of the 10 quick questions a day on the go for today. Make sure you like, subscribe and comment to our channel, and head over to the website for more workbooks and resources for teachers, parents and kids. Bye for now.